watch, no chain. But I don't know how broke feel. They said a nigga flow cold. Motherfucker, I got no chills. As quiet as it kept, this a robbery, a heist, a body bag for the homie. This I'm a walking dead everything.
Yo, what up, everybody? Smack, aka your boy, coming at you. Bonus episode. I said what I said. Don't at me. I know it's late. I know I kind of teased it yesterday, but I passed out. Like I couldn't do it. And I was about to pass out tonight. But seeing how the scheduled regular episode of my podcast drops, I believe, at noon tomorrow. So during all that football and stuff, I wanted to drop it because I probably will not be able to get to it later that night. So you'll have an episode at noon, and then I'm dropping this as soon as I'm done recording it. I'm going to drop it, so possibility of two podcasts for your enjoyment come tomorrow. So you're welcome for that. Your boy's putting in work for y'all. I'm trying to give y'all something nice, something good. So it is what it is. So I know I wanted to talk and lead this off with Antonio Brown and all the shenanigans that he's been doing, right? But I decided to start with something that came to my attention today as I was taking my youngest to go get his haircut. And that is people tend to try and give their kids options when they go out. And hold on, I'll explain in a second. Just let me try to set up this live. I don't know how many people are up, but I'm gonna go ahead and start it. But yeah, we take them to this barbershop down the street, Treasured Cuts. They specialize in cutting hair of very young kids, right? Like they specialize in like the first haircut. Like they give you a certificate when you go through. They got a big play area with some homes. They got like video games for the kids to play, DVDs for them to watch while they cut, all that stuff, right? So I mean, it's a legit like little spot, but when you mix in all the different kids that are there, right? Because, I mean, people have different ways of raising their kids, right? No judgment from me. I mean, there's a little judgment. There'll be a little judgment coming from your boy. But overall, it's just kind of weird. I mean, I just kind of sit back and watch the kids, how they play. And then the minute the kids start, being kids, I start trying to observe how the parents react to their kids being kids, right? And one of the biggest things that came up while doing this or while watching was, why do parents, and I mean this is just me now, my opinion only, right? So if I'm wrong, you can come at me, whatever, in the comments. But why is it that parents continue to leave the house with children who they know will act up, and they have no solution for the kids acting up, right? For example, today we're at the barbershop. All the kids are playing. There's like 6, 7 kids there. And there's only like a handful of these little Hot Wheel cars, right? And that seems to be the hot toy that they all want to play with, right? They all want the Hot Wheel toy to go down this little Fisher-Price track or whatnot. And there's only so many of them. And kids are just like, I gotta have, like, they're a hot commodity. So hot that I had to go to a Walgreens and buy my son a little Hot Wheel car because he wasn't able to get a Hot Wheel car. And he wanted to play with the cars, but that's neither here nor there. So, like, these kids start arguing over one of these cars, right? And, I mean, one of the kids has a car, and he's not even trying to play on the track. This kid's over in the little kitchenette thing trying to put the thing in the microwave, right? And the other kid's like, I need this car. Like, he's not talking, but I'm trying to translate translate the noises they were making, right? So like the other kid's like, nah, son, the car belongs on this track. I'm gonna need this car. Other kid's not having it, right? So then they start fussing. So now, like the kids can't solve their problems, right? And my child's not involved, so I'm out of it, right? I'm just like, yeah, so somebody better get their kids. That's what I'm thinking, right? So then, the dad of one of the kids is like, hey, do you want a timeout? Do you want a timeout? He's saying this from his chair, right? It's about, 15 feet away from the play area. He's like, hey, you want a timeout? You want a timeout? And then, like, I'm low-key. Like, I have my phone in my hand, like I'm playing a game. But then I'm low-key, like, looking at the kid, seeing if there's a response. And there's not, right? He's continued to doing hood rat things with his hood rat friends in the kid area. And so he gets up and starts walking towards the kid, and I'm just like, uh-oh, here we go. This is about that action right now. So as he's walking up to him, he's like, hey, do you want a timeout? Do you want a timeout? Hey, look at me. Do you want a timeout? Do you want a timeout? And this kid is like just ignoring his dad. Like, why? And here's my thing on that, right? Was that like your master key? Was that like your solution when you left the house? You were like, if my son starts acting up, I'm gonna threaten him with, the timeout. Not even threaten him. You're gonna ask him if he wants it, right? You're gonna give him the option to choose what he wants in that situation, right? And to me, that blows my mind, right? And again, like, you can use that if you know it works, right? Like, if you use that at the house and you're just like, yo, do you want a timeout? And the kid's like, oh my God, I don't, I'm sorry, I won't do it again, right? So, like, if you have that tool in your toolbox to use and you know it works in the house, cool, you can take that with you, right? My thing is, like, your home is like the practice field, right? Like, being a parent is like being a professional athlete, right? You got to practice the stuff at the house for when you take them outside, which is like the games. You kind of know what you can use, what plays will work and what plays will not, right? And this dude, unfortunately, I don't know if he just skipped practices or had some walkthroughs or something, but that timeout questionnaire, survey, whatever, was not working for this kid. He continued to just look at his dad like, I'm going to just try to continue to microwave this car is what I'm going to do, And then, like, the mother of the other kid was just like, just come over here, just leave it alone. It's fine. Play with this toy, So now this kid has to go and move to a whole nother part of the play thing because this kid's dad won't just, my thing is this, right? Like I said, some people believe in the timeouts, and for some people it works. Some kids are just terrified of sitting in a corner or in a chair at whatever designated timeout thing. However that works, I don't know, because my parents never did timeout with me, right? I wish they did. I would have taken timeouts every day of the week instead of them belts. But my thing is this, like, so you're going to threaten them with a timeout, right? So that might work at home because you probably have the timeout area in a very isolated spot where it's away from the TV, away from all the fun and toys and stuff like that. My thing is, so we're in a public place, and say you wanted to put them in timeout. Where are you going to put them at? You know what I'm saying? Where is he going to sit that's going to be timeout? Because that barbershop was full. It was packed. There was, like, no chairs for this kid to sit at if he was going to sit in a chair. So I think that's rule number one. Like, if you're going to use a timeout in public, like, know where your timeout area is going to be. Like, you have to show the kid. Like, if there's a corner in that building that has a spider web and some bugs and some, you know what I'm saying, like a scary spot, be like, hey, when we come in here and y'all act up, that's the timeout spot over there where that dog and that homeless person is peeing at. That's where you're going to be sitting at if you go to timeout. That might put some fear in some kids' hearts right there. That's just me. Second thing is, it should not be asking your child if he wants the punishment, right? Like for me, I give my kids ultimatums, right? Like, yo, if you do that, this is what's going to happen, right? And then that's it. So they know, like, this is the action that will get this response. You know, if I do this, this will happen, right? I'm not asking my kids, hey, do you want to sit next to me? Like if it came to that, it'd be like, hey, come here and sit next to me, you know, and then that would be the end of it, right? Example, I remember when my oldest was the youngest, right? He was our only child at the time. I think he's about not even 5 yet. And we were eating at a Shoney's. This is how long ago it was, Shoney's, right? And it was in the South somewhere. And he was spazzing. He just started acting up in the restaurant, right? And so we give him the opportunity, like, hey, yo, chill. Like, just sit down and eat this macaroni and cheese. I know it's gross. Shoney's is not delicious. But, hey, we hungry. We're on a road trip. This is what it is, right? So he chills for a bit. And I forget what it was. He just wanted something. And we're like, no, just eat your food. And he spazzed out again, right? And I just took him to the truck. And I spanked him. And then I was kind of telling him, like, yo, this ain't going to be it, man. You're not going to be doing this in public. When we're in here, we're eating. When we get back in the car, we'll get you your coloring book or whatever. But right now, you just need to come in here and eat because you're not about to embarrass us in public, right? So I know what you're thinking. Like, how is this 3 or 4 year old kid going to understand not to do that, right? And it worked, right? So we go back in there, and he's calm. Like, I mean, he's one of those things, right? Because he just got it in the car. But, you know, he did not act up from there on out. And then the fact that he remembers that when we go anywhere else, I'm just like, yo, do we need to go to the car, right? And it's just like, no, because he remembers that stuff, right? So that scares him. So it's one of those things, ultimatum. You do this, we're going to go to the car. And you know what happens when we go to the car. My daughter got the same thing. And my youngest right now, like if he cuts up, oh, he going to get the same thing, man. It's something when you go back to the parked car without the rest of the family, right? When I pick you up and we start walking towards the car and you look up and your brother's sister and your mom ain't coming with you and it's just me and you coming back to this car, they know what it is, man. They know what it is. But yeah, that's kind of how I go about it, man. Like you just can't. Hey, do you want to lose your privileges when we get home? Do you want to, like, man, these kids know, man. They subliminally know, like, I'm out in public. People are going to judge you, mom and dad. I know you don't want to look like a super bad parent, so you're going to try and do these other ways of, I mean, maybe they do them at home. I don't know. My thing is, you got to practice these things at home, man. Like, if your threats and stuff don't work at the house, what makes you think they're going to work in public? Especially like when they got to feel that pressure, bro. You know they feel that pressure. They in that barbershop with all them other parents. They feel that pressure, man. Because I'm sitting there. Me, my wife, my son, daughter, and my littlest that's in there playing, right? We're just sitting there. We have no fear of LJ cutting up. We have no fear because we know. Everybody knows in our family that he ain't gonna do nothing, right? Worst thing he'll do is probably like, before I bought him his car, right? Like, they were fighting for these cars. Like, it'd come down this ramp, and he'd pick it up, and it'd be somebody else's car or something like that. So we'd be like, hey, you got to give that back to him, right? Outside of that, like, we were cool. It's the mother kids you worry about. Like, like I never have to worry about my son acting up. I mean, he'll do some like toddler shit every now and then. Oh, look at my boy, Fitzmaurice online. I wasn't expecting anybody. What's up, man? But yeah, so it's like I low key don't have to worry. Like if I do watch, I'm just watching to make sure other people's kids aren't cutting up on my child, right? Because I was talking to a friend who took his son to the same barbershop. And he said his son was playing, and one of the parents that were there, they had like a 4-year-old. And as my friend's child was playing, the 4-year-old sitting next to his mom was like, I don't like that kid, he's dumb. And he was talking about my friend's kid. And and then he just kept saying it, right? And then my friend is like waiting for the mom, allowing the mom to interject to try and, I guess, correct her son's behavior or way of thinking at the time. And she's just like, oh, don't say, or something like, she was going about it the sarcastic way. Oh, you're such a sweet boy. I'm so glad I raised you this way to be acting like this, you know? And the 4-year-old is like, he's not going to look at it like, oh man, I'm embarrassing my mom. He's going to be like, oh wow, like, so this is cool, right? But I guess, like, I mean, in the end, it was absolved. Like, there's some other crazy stuff that went on during his visit. But I'm just like, if that was me, like, let my son have been playing, and then some kid is just like, yo, that kid is stupid, right? Like, I'm going to look around and be like, you're looking at my kid saying that. Like, I shall allow a parent to jump in and take care of whatever, right? But that parent gets like a time window. Like, after a innocent / ignorant statement is made from a kid about my kid, the timer has started. 10 seconds is your grace period for you to interject. And if your kid says something again within that 10 seconds, it then shortens to like 5 seconds. And then I will jump in and kind of, I'm not going to like go in at the kid, right? Like, if the kid was saying that about my son and the mother did not interact, I'd be like, so what's so stupid about what he's doing? You know, just confront the kid. And then, like, every time, 9 times out of 8, that kid's going to get shook. Like, oh, my God, I don't know who this new person is talking to me, but I'm scared, right? And when the kid gets shook, or, like, the parent will also, like, hopefully not get super defensive, because then they should know why I'm talking to their kid, because their kid is running around calling my child stupid for playing in the play area like a normal 2-3-year-old child should. But, yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to go out there and, like, start fight with parents, but I will fight a parent over my child. If your child is insulting my child and you're not interjecting, 2 things are going to happen. I will talk to your kid for you. And, you know, I'm not a dick. You know, I'll talk to your kid like, hey, man, that's not a cool thing. You know, try to let them know, like, in a sense, I guess, substitute parent your child. I'll try to do that. But I don't think I should have to do that, because you had a whole child. You had a whole, you know, whatever. I mean, this is your child. You're raising them. You brought them here. I'm assuming that you are doing your best to raise them, to grow up to be, what is it? Not loyal citizens. I guess sensible humans, right? But yeah, I will gladly substitute parent your child, give them sense in a way. My homeboy's like, parents need to parent, or we will help them parent. And I mean, it's not a bad thing. Like, when I do that, I'm not doing it with the intent to be like, bam, I'm a better parent than you, or damn, you need to step your shit up. It's more like, you know, like, I don't want to say like give tips or whatnot, because I try not to interfere with people's kids, man, because I swear to God, let somebody try to tell me how to raise my kids. But the thing is, if my kids do get out of line, I am quick to fix whatever it is they're doing. Like, I'm not going to be, oh, don't say that. Oh, you're the sweetest kid. Like, sarcasm doesn't work with children, man. They're just like, oh, word? You know what I'm saying? So that whole thing, like, I would have squashed that from jump. But yeah, overall, I don't know, man. I'm more of a parent with ultimatums. Like, hey, we're going to go in this barbershop. I'm going to let you play in the play area. But if you start cutting up, if you throw a toy, or you're not sharing, or whatever other community play rules you violate, I'm going to tell you to stop. And if you don't stop, you sit next to me with no iPad. That is what it is. You're going to sit here and you're going to wait you're going to watch me watch Crunchyroll on my phone until it's time for your haircut. It is what it is. And if you don't like that, we can just go home and your head can just look like whatever, a chia pet. It is what it is. But you're not about to sit up in here and embarrass me in this barbershop. But I had to get that off my chest because it's embarrassing to me to watch parents try to discipline their kids in what they feel is a public acceptable way. Like, you want timeout? Huh? 1, 2, and then the kid finished 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm sitting there like, yo, this ain't working for you, man. This is an embarrassing moment for you. You need to get over there. Like, if people snatch their kids up in front of me, I'm just like, that's a real one. You a real one if you do that. You know, if you pop your kid real quick on the back, boom, don't do that. You know? I'm not calling the cops. I'm not calling child safety. I'm not calling any of them. I'm going to look at you, give you the head nod of it. You a real one. You a real one. You know what I'm saying? Like, parents should not feel the need to be afraid to discipline their children. And I feel like in the day and age we live in now, where it's just like so many people, like early child psychologists and all these people who majored in like subjects and fields that really, I don't want to say don't matter, because psychology matters and stuff. But then they're like, I'm going to go ahead and monopolize on this and write a book or do something crazy and tell people, hey, you know, that if you spank your kid, they're going to grow up and be extra violent adults. And that is like all the lies. Because there's a whole generation of grown-ups now who have been spanked as kids who are not wilding out and being violent and stuff. If you ask me, and this is like no facts, I have no data in front of me. I have a computer here, I can look it up. But like I said, I said what I said, don't at me. I feel it's quite the opposite. I feel like the kids who grow up and start doing asshole type shit are the kids who don't get disciplined as children. The kids who don't get the spankings, get the discipline at the house. They don't get disciplined out of the house. You know what I'm saying? It's just parents who kind of just give up on their kids. Like, oh, they're just going to do whatever anyway. And that's how they feel. So when they become adults, they feel they can do whatever they want, right? There's no repercussions. So, I mean, a generation, the fact that parents are afraid to discipline their children in public is a sad thing to me, because now kids are out there just doing whatever they want. And like that, I mean, I'm not going to lie, man, that bothered me. When that dude was just like, do you want timeout? Hey, look at me. Do you want timeout? And the kid's just like, not even answering them. So you can't give kids multiple choice like that. And then they not answer. They just going to skip, pass. This ain't Family Feud. You can't pass. Bro, it's like, yo, stop trying to microwave, or stop being a dick in this play area, or we're going to leave, or stop being a dick, or you're not going to play with any of these toys. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to give these kids ultimatums. It's either this is going to happen, or this is going to happen. You choose. That's the only choice you get, true or false. See what my boy Jedi says. Spanking works. Spanking is not beating. Beating is something that I agree. Because that thing Adrian Peterson did when like he had a switch. What was it, a couple years ago? Like, he was suspended for the whole year. Like, he had his kid, got a switch. And like, I'm all for, like, believe me, I've been hit with switches. Let me stop before somebody try and get my mom in jail or some shit. But I mean, I'm not going to say I did not deserve those, because I deserved every spanking I got, man. I earned my stripes, right? But yeah, Adrian Peterson, he went way overboard, man. First of all, this dude is built like a Greek god. And he had like his 2-year-old son, and he went and got a switch and like beat his kid with this switch to the point where like this dude had like switch welt scars on his testicles. I'm like, did you beat this dude butt naked? Of course, like that is over the top. Like, don't listen to this and assume that I'm just like, you know, get the broomstick, snap it over your leg, and wail out on your kids. I'm not saying abuse your children, but the Bible does say, spare the rod, spoil the child. Now, if you getting a rod and spanking, I don't know how you do it. I'm just saying, don't abuse your kid. There's a difference between spanking and a beating. Well, then abusing, right? Because I've had some ass beatings. I've had whoopings. I've had spankings. Man, I don't know. All the synonyms for any kind of spanking. I have gotten those. But, yeah, that's enough of that. That's enough of that. So, all right. So this bonus episode was about Antonio Brown. That was what it's supposed to be about. Yesterday it was only going to be about 30, 40 minutes maybe talking about this. But I see it's probably going to go a bit longer because of this first part of my discussion. I had to just get that off my chest. But clarification, spanking is not abuse. I concur, Jedi. I concur. But so Antonio Brown. Me and two of my friends, we did a podcast, and I still have to upload that one. That's the last one I did with Anchor before coming to Transistor. But at that time, I was sitting there thinking that maybe Antonio Brown, doing all the crazy things that he did to end up with the Patriots last weekend was brilliant, right? I was like, this is the smartest thing this dude ever did. Actually, it was like 2 weeks ago, like before the season started. I was like, this is the most brilliant thing ever, man. Like, you get off. All right, Jedi, be easy, man. Take care. Thanks for joining, man. Yeah, it's my homeboy, Jedi, man. I mentioned him in the Homies Helping Homies. He does all the custom figures, and when I get this thing set up better, when I get like a studio or like a room I can set up, and, I'm going to have a couple of his figures up, so when I go video and doing this, you can see all his stuff. But he does good stuff, man. Check him out. Fitz Jedi on IG. But anyway, I lost my train of thought. Where was I going with this? Oh, yeah. So Antonio Brown. So, because, overall, I'm looking at it like you're with the Steelers. You're killing the game receiving. You're either leading or near the top of touchdowns, receiving yards, receptions. You're unstoppable, double coverage every game, and you're asking like, yo, pay me my money. Because all these other receivers are out there getting their money, right? And you are outperforming them or up in the same category with them. So you want your money, right? And if Pittsburgh is like, no, we're not paying you because you're already under contract, and you feel like you got to make that move to get your money, do what you got to do, right? Kind of an asshole way you did it, throwing everybody under the bus, talking about your teammates, X, Y, and Z. Pretty much you caused a toxic environment, and you did that on purpose. So they're just like, yo, let's just get rid of them. And they trade you away for a 3rd and a 5th round pick, right? So you're leaving a situation where you're probably winning 10, 11 games each season to go to the Raiders, right? Who are over in the AFC West, kind of not the best team in the AFC West. But your goal was attained because they gave you a new contract, $30 million guaranteed, right? So right now, with the Raiders, you're like, I have $30 million coming to me regardless of what happens. So I'm looking at it at that point like, hey, you win, right? You wanted your money. You left Pittsburgh. You went to the Raiders. They gave you your money. Now all you got to do is just ball out, right? Just do you, Antonio Brown. Just do you. And then he started doing all this weird stuff, right? Like when he, like frostburnt. He had frostbite on both feet, right? And it's like, oh, I use a cryogenic chamber and I forgot to put the right footwear on. Like, that wasn't your first time using that thing. I'm sure you used it before, Antonio. Why you didn't put the right footwear on, I don't know. Cool, whatever. Frostbitten feet, whatever. Your feet are trash. And he posted a picture of it on his IG. It's gross. So it was that, and then it was like, oh, my helmets, right? So the NFL's just like, new shit. And apparently like 5 years ago or something like that, they were talking about, in 5 years, we're switching helmets or something like that. So then this helmet thing, he's like, no, I want the helmet, the model helmet that I've been using for the last 10 years. And NFL's just like, we can't do that, right? Those things are done. Here are the new versions of the helmets. They're proven to be safer, all this other stuff. And he's like, no, I want to wear my old helmet. NFL's like, you can't do that. You can't play. You can't practice with these old helmets. So he's like, all right, I'm going to retire. If I can't wear the old helmet, I'm going to retire. And at this point, the Raiders are just like, yo, what the hell is going on with you, man? Like, I didn't watch any of the Hard Knocks, but I can imagine, like, the front office. And they're just like, yo, so this new guy we brought in, what the hell's wrong with him? Like, why is, I haven't seen this happen before. Like, this dude is threatening to retire over a helmet, and we just said we we're going to give you $30 million. Like, I understand your safety is important, but at the same time, we're giving you something to stay safe. And I think his reason was, like, the vision. Like, I have better vision with this helmet. These new helmets kind of, stop my, which I guess if you're a receiver is important because you want to see where the ball is coming from and be able to have the best vision possible, peripheral vision, blind side shots, all that stuff. But, I mean, the overall thing is like, yo, you have to use this helmet because if you get hurt and you're not wearing this helmet, you're not going to be able to sue us. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of those things like you have to use this because this protects us, the NFL, because we say that this is a safe helmet. And then the thing is, like, if you get hurt or some kind of whatever wearing the NFL approved safety stuff, you can, I don't want to say sue them, but like they can be, responsible for some of that shit, right? So he's like, I'm gonna retire. And then people are just like, yo, I have a version of the helmet you're looking for that was made in 2010, right? And they sent him to him and he sent it up to the league. The league was like, nah, you can't wear this, right? So he does another grievance. Hey, how about this helmet? Let me play with the helmet. And he loses that one, right? So now it's just like, look, all right, you gotta wear these helmets, bro. All right? Your feet are getting better. Put these shoes, let's go. Then so then like the GM finds him, right? Like, yo, we're gonna fine you for missing X amount of days of training camp and X amount of practices. Like we would do anybody who misses practices, mandatory training camp. So we got to fine you. And this dude is like, what? Fine me? And it was like, I forget how much the fine was, like 100,000, if that. I don't know. It was a fine. It was a very small portion of what $30 million was, right? So now I think the reason he got super upset was because in his contract, if he got any kind of fine or something like that, it would kind of put a dent in his guaranteed money, if not void all of it together, right? So I think that is the point where he was just like, oh, I got to do something to get up out of here, right? What up? Oh, Kyle, look, oh, my boy Locklear over there I think he's still over in Florida, where it's like 2 a.m. over there. What you doing up, man? Appreciate you tuning in a little bit. But back to AB. So he starts spazzing out, right? I think he got the letter. Then he posted on his IG, right? And then posted like, the enemy can't keep me down, something along those lines, right? So then the GM gets kind of mad, like, yo, why are you posting all our behind-the-scene team business online, right? Now I'm going to suspend you. You wilding out, you suspended for a game. Now with that suspension, that was going to void his thing altogether, right? That was going to void that guaranteed money because he has to, I think, be on the, I don't know. I think that suspension was going to stop him from getting that fully guaranteed money. So then he spazzes out, calls his boss a cracker, right? Sorry ass cracker. Bounces, and then comes back and apologizes. And then they're just like, oh, yeah, it's cool, man. It's all good. You can play week 1. And then then this man, the same, like, couple days later, posts on his YouTube a recorded phone conversation with him and his coach, John Gruden. And then, they were just like, you got to go. Like, released him, right? And I know you guys probably all seen it if you're not following. He then posts another video on YouTube about him receiving the news that he's been released from the Raiders. And he runs out of his house into the backyard, starts flapping his wings, talking about, I'm free, ring the freedom bell, fly free like an eagle, and calls his grandma. He's just like, Grandma, they freed me. And I'm watching this thing, literally watching it, confused. Literally confused. Like, they freed you. I was like, were you in chains? Like, were you a slave? They freed you. They were giving you 30 million, my guy. Like, there are people in way less positions, man. Like, it's ridiculous, that video. He made it sound like he was in jail under false imprisonment and then got out. And then now he's like, I'm free. Right? So, I mean, but up to that, there's a lot of people, a lot of memes online about my man going like, hey, he about to get released. Watch Bill Belichick. Watch the Patriots get him. Because the Patriots are smooth like that, man. They'll pick up some people on the low for like very little to nothing, next to nothing. And these dudes will just be superstars all season, right? You saw them do it with Randy Moss. Was that back in 2007? They got him from the Raiders for like a 4th-round pick. And this dude just, torches the league. So everybody's like, yeah, Bill Belichick. Watch Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick going to get him. 2 hours after my man was released by the Raiders, guess who scoops him up? The New England Patriots. Without missing a beat, dog. Without missing a beat. Bill Belichick scoops up AB. And now the whole league is like, what is going on here? And it was at that time where I was actually thinking that AB is like some kind of crazy genius. Like I don't know. Like, I didn't want to go to the extent where like he called Bill Belichick or he's talking to somebody about, hey, I want to join the Patriots. And they're just like, well, we're not going to trade anything to the Raiders and we are not picking up that $30 million contract. So you're going to have to figure out a way to get over here. We can give you this $10 million for 1 year and then give you another guaranteed $10 million the next year or something like that, right? So, I mean, that could have been happening. But I'm just looking at it. At that time, I was looking at it like AB is a genius. Like, he's stupid. I don't know. There's probably other ways that he could have let his team know he didn't want to be there. One, not sign that huge contract with $30 million. If the $30 million was not what you wanted, like if you left for the guaranteed money, which is why I thought you wanted out of Pittsburgh, you got your guaranteed money in Oakland, right? And then now you want out of Oakland for whatever reason. I don't know what it is. When you got there, you're just like, these people won't let me be me. I need to be myself, XYZ. And then so they're like, get out of here. So now you're out of there, and then you go to the Patriots, which is like a guaranteed, AFC championship game, right? Best chance at a Super Bowl you're ever going to get, Antonio Brown. Best quarterback in the game right now, and this is it for you. Like, you will get your ring this season. You will get a ring this season if you just, play the game. Just play the game. Quit being crazy. And just play the game. So I'm like, this is genius. Other people will follow in his footsteps. And then the news of these sexual assault cases come out, right? This first one, again, I don't want to jump to conclusions, especially in sexual assaults, because I just want the evidence to come out, right? Because I don't want to just assume that this dude is a monster on that level. Although the things that he has confirmed that he said, I don't know. If you guys don't know about these sexual assault cases, look them up. Because I get uncomfortable talking about it. Because this dude is just, the things that this woman has accused him of and the things that were in these text messages that he admitted to, I'm just like, oh my God, guy. Like, either y'all had this crazy relationship or you are on something else, Antonio Brown. But again, he's under investigation. It's a civil case, not a criminal case. Constitution, letter of the law, all that stuff. Innocent until proven guilty. That's how I operate. It's hard to operate like that because you just can't assume or you don't want to judge others, because I've been in that position where people heard about me and just assumed that I was a bad person. It was a long time, a long time ago. I'm a good guy now. But but yeah, so that's where I'm at. So I mean, the Patriots are like that. They're just like, yo, we're gonna let the league do their investigation. He's with us. He's working hard. Blah blah blah. All this stuff. Then this second one comes out, right? I think this one was on Friday. Friday, right? So this second one comes out, and I'm looking into that one. And then I guess the Patriots are just like, yo, like when we signed you, we didn't know this was coming down the pipe. We signed you, and then this first one came out. We were like, we're going to stand next to you, bro. We're going to stand by you and let the league do their thing. And worst case, we'll put you on the commissioner's exempt list. You'll still get your money while this investigation's going on. Cool. Then the second one pops up. They're like, hey, man, you're bringing too much stuff over here, man. We just had a dude go to jail for killing people. A tight end, Aaron Hernandez. We don't need this no more, man. We don't need this. You're out of here, right? So now, based on when he got released, from what I read, my man went from a guaranteed $30 million with the Oakland Raiders coming to the Patriots, where he was going to get $10 million guaranteed, right? To now losing out on that because there was a stipulation on being on the roster for X amount of weeks or something. Signing bonus is gone. I think that was the majority of the $10 million. I think it was it was a $10 million contract, $9 million signing bonus, but with him getting released, not playing X amount of games, that shit is gone. So now all he gets is one check of like $150,000 because his contract, the $9 million or $10 million altogether, $9 million was the signing bonus. So he was actually on a $1 million salary per game, and he only played one game. So they would just give him 1/16 of $1 million, which would be whatever that is. Yo, that is crazy, man. My man left, did all that apeshit stuff over there in Pittsburgh just to get over to Oakland and just for the $30 million. Like, I thought that's what it was all about, that $30 million. Like, when he got to Oakland and they were like $30 million up front, here you go. He was like, cool, I made it. This was my goal. I did it, right? And I understand that, man. You're playing that game. You only have so many years you can play it, especially if you're performing and the people that you are outperforming are getting more money than you, and the team that you're on is like, nah, we ain't paying you that. Bounce. Go get your bread, man. Go get your bread. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. Get your bread. But then when you get your bread and then you do stupid stuff and then you earn less bread, and I understand you doing that if it is for the championship, if it's for the ring, which I thought it was with him going to the Patriots, but apparently not. Apparently I don't know. But I got to say, I was wrong. I thought the man was like idiot savant, but he is just an idiot. An unemployed idiot. And then, like, you know what else makes me mad? It's like his agent, Drew Rosenhaus, right? Every time he does something stupid, he be getting on the news. Oh yeah, so Antonio Brown, yeah, he's available. He's looking to move forward. He's trying to put all this stuff behind him. He knows these allegations or whatever. He's just looking for a chance. He just really wants to prove that he could just be, your everyday hardworking dude. He's one of the hardest. Like, I don't want to hear none of that stuff, man. You know what you need to do is drop Antonio Brown as your client. Because he is doing nothing but make you look bad as an agent. That is terrible. It is a terrible thing to see, man. And he won't drop him. Because, I mean, I don't know. I have no idea, man. I don't see how you can keep representing this dude. It's like a lawyer when you're representing somebody who you know did it, right? You're going to get them, you're going to do what you can to get them off and back free or reduce their sentence or something. I mean, it's a, I don't know. I don't know how Drew Rosenhaus does it. I couldn't do it. Like, the minute I would have got you over to Oakland and you getting that $30 million and I know I'm getting 10%, so that's $3 million for me. I'm just like, hey, my guy, Hey, calm down. Hey, just put that helmet on, dude. Just put that helmet on. It's all good, baby. It's all good. But no, you want to spaz? Now I got to get on a camera and tap dance and try to explain your craziness. And then you get to the Patriots, and I'm just like, cool. Hey, calm down when you get over there to Boston, because they don't play that over there. And then all of a sudden, like, bro, if I'm your agent, you got to tell me everything that's going on, man. You got to tell me. You got to be like, hey, Will, I appreciate you trying to get me these deals, but this is something that can possibly come down the pipe. I was wild. I was a wild boy. And I did some things, and these ladies are coming after me with these charges or whatnot, right? My thing is, like, if that was in the past, right, and you're a good dude, right, would you not have not tried to, like, pay them hush money? But if you were a good dude and you are trying to atone for the things you did in the past, like, would you not have tried to atone then? You know what I'm saying? So the fact that this is coming up now, I don't know. I do know Antonio Brown is stupid, though. He's a stupid dude. That's all I got to say about that. Speaking of stupid dudes, as you will see on the schedule one that drops tomorrow, I was talking about how my Carolina Panthers are 0-2, right? And their second loss was against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And if you don't know how they lost, I'll tell you. So we're down by 6 points. We drive down to the 1.5 yard line. Touchdown and an extra point wins the game with like 2 minutes left. So we get there, and we have Cam Newton, who is a 6'5", 250-pound beast. And we also have Christian McCaffrey, who's shorter, a bit lighter, but he's talented, is all outdoors, right? He's lined up probably about 4 yards behind that. So he's probably like at the 5 yard line, if not a little bit further back. Cam Newton's under center. Like, I have seen this situation so many times, and Cam Newton will score. Cam Newton will get the ball and score. Cam Newton, you're telling me he can't get 1.5 yards on a QB sneak? That's what you're telling me? That is what's happening? So they do this gadget play that doesn't work. We don't even, because we could have even gotten a first down if we just got to the 1 yard line, right? We didn't even have to score. All we needed was like 6 inches to get a first down. We couldn't even do that. And we ended up losing the game to the Bucks. Jameis Winston. Trash Winston, right? So that's that. Then in the post game, right, they asked Ron Rivera, is there something wrong with Cam? Is he hurt? No, there's nothing wrong with Cam. Nothing wrong. Nope. I called the play. I thought we could get him with some lateral movement and blah, 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 blah. Like, nobody's buying that, Ron Rivera. Nobody's buying that. Like, if Cam is hurt, say Cam's hurt. And then, so after you say Cam's hurt, we can be like, y'all shouldn't have had him in that game anyway. Because we all know he's hurt, man. We all know he's hurt. We saw what happened in the preseason. Ankle got messed up. You and him, oh my gosh, man, that hurt my soul. That hurts my soul when coaches do that. And then Cam doesn't make it any better. Cam goes up there, no, I'm fine, man, blah, blah, blah. Like, your shoulder's messed up, your ankle's messed up. Cam, just sit down and get healthy, man. And you know what all that did? Playing him week 1 and week 2 when he wasn't at 100%. Now he's completely out the game. And I'm going to watch the Panthers play tomorrow morning. And Cam's not there. Well, Cam will be there. He's just not playing, right? So as a fan, like, I feel robbed. Like, y'all should have took him out last season when his shoulder was messed up. He got the surgery January, right? So now he's supposedly had all that time to heal, thrown around in training camp. And y'all should have known he wasn't ready, man. Y'all should have known the boy wasn't ready. Now we out there with Kyle Allen about to throw some passes, which may actually be a good thing. Because if this man can actually hit an open receiver in stride, maybe that'll force the team, to sit and look at Cam like, my man, he can hit receivers in stride. He's not throwing 10 feet over Greg Olson's head, this 6'4" tight end. He's not overthrowing him. I mean, it's one of them things where Cam might have just tried the tough guy, try to play through it, and I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's times I tough through things. But, I mean, in the NFL, you going to try that? Knowing tomorrow's not promised to you? If your shoulder as a quarterback is messed up, you're not trying to protect that? I mean, now Drew Brees gets hurt too. So the NFC South is wide open. Well, it could have been wide open. If we lose to these Cardinals, man, it's going to be problems for us, bro. Because y'all just wanted to tough it out. Cam, nobody would have judged you and called you weak if you would have just sat out. Nobody would have. Now Kyle Allen's in there, possibly about to light up the Cardinals. And then you don't think the wide receivers and tight ends would start leaning towards Kyle Allen if he starts giving them the ball in better situations and positions than what you've been doing, Cam? I always do this too. Like when I talk about the Panthers and stuff, I'll be talking to Cam like he is listening to the podcast, and he doesn't. But if he is, Cam, I just want you to get better, bro. I just want you to get better. I know you got one more year on your contract. So if you sit substantial time out this year, if you got to sit this whole year out to get better, do it. Do it. So you can come back 100% next year, man. I want to see you at 100% again, Cam. I want to see that. I need it. I need you to. I want that 15-1 season, man. I want a Super Bowl. And I want you to be the one to get me that Super Bowl, Cam. But, I mean, if Cam come back, bro. Like, I want Kyle Allen to go out there and have a hell of a game, bro. Like, I want to go out there. I hope I'm the only Carolina fan out there. I hope I'm surrounded by Cardinal fans. And I hope we just start, oh, my gosh. Because I want to be that ignorant fan. This is the first time I get to be the ignorant fan. The other two games I went to, my wife is there. And my wife's like, Willie, you can't do that. Willie, calm down. Willie, and I've had opportunities, man. Like, the first game I went to, I just showed up. Me, my family. Took my daughter to her first Panthers game. New Orleans, right? And they all turned up. Who that? Who that? Who that? Who that? Right? So I got my Cam Newton jersey on. And, I guess somebody who was tailgating, because obviously he was drunk showing up, right? He showed up to the game drunk, saw me in that Cam Newton jersey, and he was just like, hey, Scam Newton, blah, blah, and, started talking all this kind of mess. And I'm just like, yeah, well, we'll see, man. Hopefully it's a good game. Man, we blew the Saints out that day. We blew them out. That was that season where we made the playoffs like 7-8-1 or something like that. It was a horrible season, but we made the playoffs. And we smashed New Orleans. Smashed them. And I'm just like, oh my God. Like, I turned back looking for that drunk dude. He's gone. Like, Saint fans are leaving early. Like, if you know me and you know how I love to talk shit. Oh my God, that's prime. But I think my wife, she knew. She was like, we're kind of severely outnumbered here, right? Like, as much as you would love to talk, like, we have our children here. And I would like for them to have a long and prosperous life with a father. I don't want you to get shot because we are in New Orleans and they mad because they just lost. And I was like, I understand. Second game we went to, it was in Charlotte. It was a home game, so there's not really too much asshole stuff I can do there. But that New Orleans game, that was it. So now, here I am in Phoenix, able to go watch this game, and Cam Newton's not there. We still got Christian McCaffrey. We got some D-line men who aren't there. Our O-line, hopefully they give this Kyle Allen dude. Kyle Allen, I hope you make it, bro, because that O-line ain't looking too good. I wish you good luck, Godspeed. Jesus be a fence around that man. Because Arizona going to be bringing it. But yeah, back to Ron Rivera. And then this whole week, they kept asking him, because I'm in Arizona Sports Radio. All they want to do is just talk about, who the Cardinals are playing, who the Diamondbacks are playing. So they're just like, is Cam playing? Is Cam playing? Is Cam playing? And, back in Charlotte news, Carolina news is asking Ron Rivera, yo, is Cam playing? Is Cam playing? Is Cam playing? He's like, we don't know. He's kind of working. He's got some soreness. Like, he not playing. And then he get mad when people keep asking. Well, I don't want to answer any more questions about Cam. I want to talk about Arizona. Anybody got questions about the game in Arizona? Anybody want to ask me? Like, nah, we don't care about Arizona. What's up with Cam? Is he hurt? Like we said he was hurt? So were you lying when you said that stupid call at the end of week 2 was not because his foot was hurt? Because we all know it was that. Because if he can't push off and get that surge on that sneak, that's why you called that other play. But nah, he ain't going to admit it. And he's on the hot seat now, which he should be, even after last season. As a coach, if you know your player's hurt, especially your quarterback can't throw the ball, why you keep putting him in the game? Losing 8 straight games, man. Come on, bruh. Making Cam look bad, bro. I mean, on the field, you making him look bad because the stuff he do off the field, he already looking bad. And these memes, I mean, my homegirl, Denise, man, she keep throwing these memes like, get your boy, get your boy, get your boy. I'm just like, come on, man. Like, I can't defend this dude no more. That's his fashion. That's how he want to do it. If that's his swag, if that's his drip, let him drip. That's your boy. That's my boy. Cam, you still my boy, man. I fucks with you, bro. Get better. Get better. Sit this whole season out. I'm willing to throw this whole season away. Because I want you in your last year on the contract to be 100%. So you can go out there, show everybody what it really is, and then if we don't re-sign you, go get your bread somewhere else, man. Just don't be coming around here with this Antonio Brown nonsense. Because, I mean, you can't not be performing and be trying, you know what I'm saying? You can't be acting like you're the shit if you're not the shit. And if you're hurt, you cannot be the shit, Cam. We need you back 100%. Don't lie for this team no more, man. Players as a whole, y'all need to stop lying for your front office. If you're hurt and they're not telling people that you're hurt, tell people you're hurt, man. You got a whole life after football, bro. Don't be sitting there sacrificing yourself for this team. Because they'll turn their back at the next person that roll up. Whoop, whoop. Let Kyle Allen be nice. Watch these, like I'm saying, I'm not wishing it. But I'm saying if I was a receiver and I'm catching passes from Cam and I got to dive and come back for it, jump 8 feet in the air, I can't get my yards after catch, and Kyle Allen comes in and hits me in stride, and I'm racking these yards up, I'm not getting lit up across the middle, I'm going to be like, yo, this dude, Cam, hey, Cam, why don't you sit out a couple more games, my guy? And I don't want that, man. I want to win a Super Bowl with Cam Newton as my quarterback. Now I'm going to be uncontrollable. Y'all ain't going to be able to tell me shit if that happens. I'm going to be cutting all the way up. All the way up. All the way up. Oh, man. That's all I got on that. That's all I got. Joe Coy, tomorrow. It's going to be fun. Again, bonus episode of I Said What I Said, right? Bonus episode. I'm going to try to keep doing 2 episodes of I Said What I Said and then 1 episode of my other podcast, Eat the Cake Anime. And that's when I talk about my anime stuff for all my anime nerds and anime heads. But I'm trying to come with 3 episodes a week. Sooner or later, going to a kind of like a Patreon thing where, bonus episode will just be available to those who are subscribing to it. But I'll talk about it on the Facebook. I'll post kind of what options I'm thinking about. But yeah, just look forward to that. But for the time being, man, y'all gonna be getting 3 episodes a week of your boy. So embrace it, love it, cherish it, cause it could go away. It could go away. But yep. So thanks for rocking with me. The intro of this podcast, again, my boy Verse One. He was on the intro of the. Well, you haven't heard the scheduled one yet, but he was on the intro of the original, the scheduled one, and then he's also the intro of this bonus episode as well. So, again, if you are out there and you got some music, shoot it my way. I'll use it in the podcast. I always throw the intro on, and then at the end, I just let the whole song play so everybody can hear it. But, yep, this has been the bonus episode of I Said What I Said. Oh, look at my boy. Jared Pableezy. Oh, and then he leaves. Never mind. Yeah, it's late, bro. I don't blame people for jumping on it and logging off. But, yep. So let me go ahead and get the outro music set up. My boy Philly. And then, what was I about to say? I don't know. It's late, man. I'm about to pass out. Oh, look at my mother-in-law jumping on here. What's up, Mom? What you doing? Yo, that's crazy, man. I never would have thought, man. I never would have thought my mother-in-law would be on here watching me trying to do a podcast thing. Man, Pablo, you missed a good hour. You missed a good hour of good entertainment, bro. But you'll be able to play the video back. But yeah, so I'm gonna play my homeboy's video. It's called No Chills, right? And that's kind of how I'm coming at it. No chill on the podcast. Again, I left Anchor. I'm over on Transistor. This is gonna be published as soon as I log off. So this should be up on Spotify and stuff. I'll try to post a link for you guys. And then tomorrow at noon, the scheduled drop of I Said What I Said will be out. So you'll get 2 episodes tomorrow. Like I said, you're welcome. And yeah, y'all take care. Remember, social media on Facebook. Look for me, Mac, a.k.a. your boy. Follow me. I got some videos. I got a YouTube channel. I got some kind of talking videos, like some crazy stuff going on. Oh, no, that'll be another episode. I ain't trying to keep this going too long. But, yeah, YouTube, Mac, a.k.a. your boy. And then on Instagram, it's Mac _ a.k.a. _ your boy. And that is also the same one for Twitter. But like I said, I keep telling you guys that every episode. I don't be on Twitter like that. So don't be expecting too much interaction on Twitter. But Facebook, IG, and YouTube, those are the big 3 that I'm looking on. So y'all catch me on those. If you see a video, anything you like, just like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, man. Any publicity is good publicity for your boy, and I will appreciate every little bit of it, right? So, finally, for real this time, I feel like a black preacher in church that gets to be like, all right, get to the benediction, all right, are we released yet? All right, so for real this time, you guys take care. Thank you guys for rocking with me. I thank God every time somebody listens to one of these podcasts. I thank God every time I look at the stats. Another hit, another download, another subscriber. It's very humbling. I never thought I could do this. I got a couple of people in my corner that kind of pushed me and told me this is something I should do or just attempt to do. So, I mean, I'm loving it. I'm loving every minute of it. I'm learning more and more about it, so it's a good thing. I'm blessed. So, again, I'm blessed that you guys are listening. Thanks for rocking with your boy. And, yeah, y'all take care. I'm out.
Tell them niggas V. No watch, no chain, but I don't know how broke feel. They said a nigga flow cold. Motherfucker, I got no chills. As quiet as it kept, this a robbery, a heist, a body bag for the homie. This I'm a walking dead everything. Really, this is zombie killing for the thriller. Whatever nigga inspires me, fucking count it. I'ma need an accountant with a good plan to make whatever I saw good, man. That knows laws whenever I go to Alter White, to Heisenbergs, Heisenbergs, Walter Whites. I just need change laundered. Look, if the government shutting down, y'all ain't getting paid off it, nigga. I don't say please when it's something that I need. So fucking Mr. DA, appeal over your please times nothing. The summer which always gonna be zero. Incapable niggas that's always trying to play hero with hoes that fall too quick to ever tell them you can't fold. Gunpowder like it's prayerful. Oh Lord, playing euros for different women that know songs. All 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever the coach draw. Old lines are tough, she under the snap and she knows God. Stop cuffing, don't lose the game over whole yards. I don't address haters, but dying to send a postcard. From the top, they hater, don't catch a L. Ironic, I can't chat about ballin'. NFL, not me, sir. Roger that, I'm good L. Know where the flow at, see where the bow at. That's wood sell, do your research. Rappers yap, how dope it would be if we work. Well, yap in reverse, nigga, I charge for features. You upside down, niggas, lines beneath us. I'm starting to think you Libra. See, bruh, I don't know how broke feel. They said a nigga flow cold. Motherfucker, I got no chills. Little nigga, I got no chills. Try told him I got no chills. Little nigga, I got no chills. Let me show you how dope feel. Well, not you working the 4 times 2. All of the homies 8. Few odds even divide you. Everybody the one, the circle too straight. Ends it together, couldn't be better. The team is in shape. Look at the figures, I'm always in tension. Bitches innate. Look at the figure, then look at you niggas and look at my face. If it ain't the hook or the lines, y'all switching debate. Well, stop fishing for a nigga, just get in the lake. You're all dead. Crowds looking crazy on all heads. They sleeping, guest kings getting outed. That's wall beds. 2 lines will catch up over time. That's long legs. Now everybody wanna know they gave it, you wrong head. First you so wrong and my bread so good. The watch got the right face, the hair so good. Ran through your girl with the whip, homie. Ain't that so shook? Probably over your head. Ain't that so hood? I lost so many friends, but don't know any drama. But don't stress over zeros if there ain't so many commas. They come around when they come around. That's what I call karma, and I hope it be M's too. Yo, baby mamas, now look at them now. They fake as a bottom, I bet they shake if I give it to them. Only friends with my wallet. Gold diggers checking for me, only making deposits. Magic, you ain't fucking with me, and you know that I got it. Bitch, you know that I got it. I don't know how broke feel. They said a nigga flow cold. Motherfucker, I got no chills. Little nigga, I got no chills. Try told him I got no chills. Little nigga, I got no chills. Let me show you how dope feel.